Welcome to Wave Dash. This is the special Blizzcon edition, and today we have our special guest,
GeneralConcept.
So big news in Hearthstone was the brand new adventure that just came out, League of Explorers, and it looks to add a really cool concept to the game called Discover, where you play a card and it says Discover X, so a minion, a spell, a 3-cost card, and 3 random cards pop up and you get to pick a new card. I think this is going to have huge impacts on the game, honestly.
I agree. I also think it toes the line between casual and competitive play. Because, you can pick the fun card and just, see what this card does, whatever, or pick the one you really want to play. But on the competitive side, you can strategically pick the correct card, think ahead, plan ahead, and it opens up a lot of options for forethought and really to separate skilled players from not as skilled players.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the big things is the fact that, for example, there's a card that's called 2 mana. It's called Jeweled Scarab. It's a 1/1, but it guarantees you a 3-cost card, which is huge, because if you don't have a 3-cost card, you can't play on curve, what a lot of the pro players say, which is using all your mana crystals in one shot. So this allows you to play on curve no matter what.
And it also opens up some possibilities for not necessarily putting in all the early game cards you want, building a bit of a later game deck, and still being able to, throw out the small minion and get a slightly bigger minion for, the following turns.
Of course, everybody wants Ragnaros to be popping up in their Discovery, so hopefully
Absolutely.
some sweet moments come from next BlizzCon when someone's like, I only need Ragnaros to win, and they discover and there's 3 Ragnaroses.
I mean, it'll happen. We've already seen Spellslinger into tracking into Fireball for the
Oh
victory.
man, that was crazy. And then it was also the grand finals. We had Ostaka versus Hotform, and Ostaka really showed how knowledgeable he was about this game. What he did was he had 10 health in the Freeze Mage Mirror. And what that normally means, the opponent could Fireball, Frostbolt, and then ping, and then pop the Ice Block, and they can die the next turn because they'd only have 1 health left. So 6 + 3 + 1. But what he did is he pinged his own face. So it would be 6 + 3, and he couldn't get down to just 1 HP. So which allowed him to actually pop the Ice Block much earlier.
It really showed awareness in the game and knowing what could happen and what his opponent was thinking. He showed that he almost outmaneuvered his opponent in terms of the state of the game, because he put his opponent in an awkward situation where he was trying to get him down to 1, but that was obvious, and because of the ping to the face, he couldn't do that, and it really threw him off, and he couldn't use all his mana, and it became just a mess.
So the only game that I'm going to be able to talk on is Starcraft II. Way back when, it was one of the first eSports games that I really got interested in, only from a spectator standpoint, which is odd because I love competition, so usually I was able to really get into the games. But Starcraft II was the first game where I'm not cut out for it. It's insane. The APM and all the stuff you had to do to play at a moderate level, let alone a high level, was way over my ceiling. But anyways, so Starcraft II was at BlizzCon as well, and fun fact, I've been wanting to make mention of this, and this was supposed to be later, but BlizzCon had a Snapchat, but on their Snapchat it was people around there, it was more personable almost, you got to see certain things firsthand, and cool things that you might not necessarily see in the whatever post thing they put out. So I thought that was a really cool mechanic, and I don't know if it's new or old, but to me it was really awesome, so you guys should check that out for future reference. Anyways, that being said, you watched the grand finals if I'm not mistaken, right?
I did, yes.
Yeah, what happened?
Right. I've been out of watching competitive StarCraft for a little while. I followed it very intently for a couple of years. The Heart of the Swarm expansion.
I love you, Hulk.
I didn't follow near as much, but I did get back into it recently, and watching the grand finals was an amazing set of games. It was SOS versus Life, and watching SOS use Protoss in the way he did and the builds he took was really impressive.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of StarCraft 2 since the very early days of StarCraft 2, like you were saying, back with the GOM TV and all that.
Yeah.
But it was just amazing to see how he was able to use force fields, how he was able to pretty much defend on that final game and survive just by the skin of his teeth, and then finally make that final push and win the entire series, even though it went 2-2.
Yeah, it really showed that he was very, very solid and an aspect of the game that not a lot of people are. It's something that really separates really good pros from average pros, is the ability to play defense while maximizing your macro. So you really have to toe the line between units committed to defense and units planned for an offensive push later. And he was able to toe that line very, very well and make the final push and win the game while defending the Zerg's early aggression.
For me, I always just box all my probes, and I'm like, this is all I can do. Right click, go.
So also there was a new mode announced, or Archon mode.
There was, yes.
Yes.
Again. Well, it's been talked before, but yes, they showcased it there. They had a show match with some fantastic StarCraft II pros, and it was really interesting to watch. I think that'll be a really fun game mode. It could have some competitive scene, maybe. Might just be a show match thing. But regardless, I think it'll be really, really fun to play with friends, and it'll allow you to do things in StarCraft you always wished you could do, but you never got to that level.
I can pretend I'm Marine King, and we can just have...
have this guy macro the base, build up your army, and you just do your thing.
Yeah, I'll be the best macro,
Live
the
the
best
dream.
micro.
So you're saying the two of us combined could be half of an average player?
Yeah. We could maybe go to silver in 1v1 if it was us two together.
Yeah.
There you go.
We'd be good.
So on our next topic for today is Heroes of the Storm. To piggyback off of the game mode announced in StarCraft II, there is, not synonymous at all, but there is a champion called Cho'Gall, which is another two players doing a one thing. And again, I know nothing, so one of you,
Right.
please take the floor.
Cho'Gall, pretty much it is one person picks Cho, one person picks Gall. The person that picks Cho gets to run around, they get to right click, they get to pretty much be a warrior. And the person that picks Gall is attached to the person that's running around and just shoots like fireballs out. That's all he does. Yeah.
So we were talking about this earlier, and you said that he's going to have 10, which makes sense. But
Well, he's going to have a full set of abilities for each character.
Oh, for each character.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like two people playing a character with one set of abilities or a couple here or there. No, it's full set of abilities for both characters, which means there's just going to be one guy running around the map doing all kinds of stuff.
Pretty much you get to be a giant turret.
Yeah.
As someone runs around.
Right.
How do you guys think this is going to work out for the meta? In other words, so this makes it a 4v5, right? In theory?
Well, kind of, yeah, but I also don't really care how it affects the meta. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. I don't care if it's picked in pro games. I don't care if it's
Irrelevant.
not. I just want to pick this dude up as Gall and run him around and just be like pew pew, and that's it. That's super fun.
Do you know how you get Cho'Gall?
Isn't it? It's like a virus, right?
Yeah,
Right,
that's okay. Whoever person, if you were at Blizzard and you came up with this idea, this is the coolest idea.
You have to actually play with a person that has Cho'Gall.
Right.
And then you actually get Cho'Gall in your hero select now.
Right, yeah.
You
I
can
think
play
it's
them
2 games you have to play with.
Oh, you have to play 2 games?
I think it's 2 games, yeah. But, I mean, regardless, you just have to find somebody who has it, patient 0 almost, and then start playing with it. So, I mean, that's how friends lists are going to go. And it was given to anyone who went to BlizzCon or bought the virtual ticket. So if you know one of those people, he'll get Cho'Gall on 17th, I believe it is, November 17th.
Nice.
Yeah, it's next week.
That's fast.
Right. Yeah. So all you gotta do is play with him and run around and be the mobile turret for a couple games, and then you get him yourself. It'll be fantastic. So the big thing from BlizzCon that I was excited about was Overwatch. I've been tracking this game for a while now. Signed up for beta when it first came out. Still waiting on my key, but it does look super, super fun. I've been watching streams, been watching opinions on it, videos, all kinds of stuff. I think it'll be a really fun game. I don't know if it'll be as competitive as, say, a StarCraft II. I don't know which avenue it's going to go down, more competitive, more casual. But regardless, I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah, so right now it looks really simple. Like, everyone only has 3 skills in Ultimate normally. There's a couple exceptions to the rule, but overall, I think it looks really casual, but could go into the competitive scene. A lot like Team Fortress 2, in my opinion.
Right, a lot like Team Fortress 2. Like a more casual version of Counter-Strike, almost.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a little bit easier to pick up than Counter-Strike.
If I'm not mistaken, this game is the baby of the Titan engine, right?
Yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah. They're using a lot of artwork and a lot of the product, essentially, that they made for Titan, their scrapped project that they worked on for years. So it's already a very, very polished game, and it looks very good. The artwork is good, the animation is good, the worlds look really cool. I mean, as far as like a first-person shooter arena-type map, it's very interactive and all kinds of particle effects and just, stuff you can knock around in the map and stuff. So even though it's in the early stages of beta, I think what they need to focus on is not necessarily gameplay building at this point. Mm-hmm. It's more of optimization and UI optimization.
Yeah, I think what the most exciting thing though, but for Overwatch, is just how diverse a lot of the heroes are. A lot of the times, like even in MOBAs, you get a lot of like cookie cutter builds where it's like A, B, and C skills do damage, and then your ultimate does more damage type of thing. Whereas this game, there's a hero where she freezes you. She can put an ice wall, and she completely block off an entire part of the map pretty much. And so there's a bunch of heroes that do different things, and not a single one really just feels like ABC damage, more damage ultimate.
Right. Oh, actually, because I heard every character has a backstory as well, right? They have almost
the lore is very in depth as well. Yeah.
Right. I mean, but that's like Blizzard though. I mean, that's if Blizzard's known for something is
right. In fact, they had an entire panel at BlizzCon dedicated to the lore of Overwatch.
Oh, dang, I didn't know that.
That's insane. What? That's insane.
Yeah.
All right, guys, for the last topic of the day. So that means there's going to be 5 topics. What? Wait first. We want to talk about this fine line that Blizzard walks that is making their games esports accessible and casual and friendly and fun accessible. And I was wondering what you guys had to think about that.
I think Blizzard's doing a really good job right now with overall how their games are. So I feel that Hearthstone is getting a little bit more competitive. I think it's been a little too RNG lately, a little too...
Agreed. With the GVG expansion, it was all RNG, and then TGT just added some mechanics that nobody cared about. I mean, Joust is terrible.
Joust is the worst esports mechanic ever. And I think they also have a problem that they don't update a lot of their cards. Like, that's the whole kind of a point of a digital card game, is that you can update a card if it becomes too powerful in a meta. And they've only, nerfed, I want to say, 3 or 4 cards the entire time since its launch, after beta.
Agreed. That's something they can really take advantage of, and they haven't yet. I don't know if they're choosing not to, or they just don't care to. If you want Hearthstone to be more competitive, you have to start doing that. You have to start helping the meta instead of letting us figure it out.
Yeah, but at the same time, I understand where they're coming from. With RNG comes the super fun videos, the awesome moments in esports where someone top decks Rag and they have 6 people and then Rag goes face instead for the win.
Yeah, especially when they have another play that might be better and they just slam him and win anyways. That's what really toes the line between competitive and casual. Not that the other play is casual, but it's not something you're going to see in the tournament a lot of the time unless it's a must win situation.
In the future, where should Blizzard go with that line?
I think it depends on the game. They've shown they can support an esports world with Starcraft II. So I'm curious to see if they take that direction with Overwatch and really push esports with it. Hearthstone, for example, I feel like they're really going the casual side. I mean, they are doing some balancing stuff, but they're introducing a lot of fun cards that just look entertaining. They're not necessarily pushing patch notes and, like we said, really updating things quickly to help the competitive side. So for Hearthstone, I feel like it's a more casual thing. Overwatch might be more competitive. We'll see. Heroes is kind of in the middle ground. I mean, there is a competitive scene, but it's not that big yet. It's growing, but we'll see what direction they go.
I think Heroes is the perfect balance in my opinion. For me, I'm a very casual Heroes player. I'll pick it up, I can play a few games, then I'll put it back down. But it still seems like they're constantly updating patches. They're pretty much really, really paying attention to what the pros are actually saying in comparison to, for example, Hearthstone, where they just don't pay attention at all, I feel like.
Yeah, or they pay attention, but that's not their intended purpose for the game. They more intend it for the fun, pick up your phone and play. And that's one of the things I've noticed with Hearthstone, is that the very, very vocal competitive community is actually the minority of people that play Hearthstone. So that game, Blizzard is really pushed to the casual side, I feel, which is both good and bad. It depends on how you see it. But I think regardless, it opens it up to a lot of players and a lot of people to enjoy the game.
And I think Hearthstone's been like that from the get-go pretty much too, because Hearthstone's never been a main focus of Blizzard. When it first came out, it was just a pet project. They're like, oh, some of our internal devs made this game. Do you guys want to try it out? And people were like, oh yeah, we'll try it out. And then it started to grow exponentially, and they're like, well, we can make this a real game now. So I think that's also one of the problems too, is that from the internal side, it's always looked at it as a pet project. And now that it's making more money, maybe they'll put more focus into it as well.
And we'll have to see what they do. But regardless, I'm going to play it. I'm going to have fun.
Yeah, I'm going to top deck Rag. I'm going to put him down. That's me.
Or, for me, top deck Elite Starseeker, get that, get the Golden Monkey, fill my hand with legendaries,
So, Face Hunter, Elite Starseeker.
Yeah, you're good to go.
GG's.
Yeah.
So, actually, in my opinion, Blizzard is the one, and I don't even mean this in gaming, I mean just as a company, they're the one company that, to me, cannot do no wrong. Every game that they put out, you can tell it has the time and focus, and they really try to flesh it out in all sense of the word, competitive, but not even beyond that. Like, it's glitches, it's anything. Like, they're always beautiful games. They're always really expansive. They're always immersive. And one of my favorite games, Diablo 2, I played it for almost a decade. For as much as about competitive play as I am, they're the one company that no matter what direction they go, I'm going to support them, and I'm really excited for whatever they have coming our way.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us this week on Wave Dash. Special thanks to our special guest, GeneralConcept. Thanks for coming out. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Oh, anytime. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Peace, guys. Bye. I actually do have something to say.
No one cares.
Come to Pepper.
I'm good.
We need a bigger couch.
I know.
Yeah. Why don't you use one of those couches?
It's a lot of work.
My hair's stupid. Whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's stupid every video.
I'm so excited he's here, by the way. I have 0 patch notes, even though this in reference to the old video.
That was negative patch notes.
That was negative patch
Negative.
notes. Oh, did he just
Yeah.
on my own show?
Yeah, we gotta fire you. Bro.
Yeah.
We gotta...
Does that mean I get a shirt?
It's a new thing. If you out like trivia, I said if you out trivia wave, do you get a free shirt?
Fuck it, why not?
I didn't pay for my shirt. We own the company. Why did I have to pay for it? He set me up.
I mean, you did lose.
But yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. Hold on. Okay. All right, guys, that's all we have for Wave Dash. Special thanks again to our special guest. I do this every time I say special thanks to the special guest. Thanks again to our guest coming out. I want to call your name. I don't want to say it.
Why not?
I'm just gonna because it's.
Is it that bad?
What is
No,
it?
it's not.
What is it? General Commando?
Yes, General. What's wrong with you?
I actually forgot your name.
You're terrible.
What is it called again? I forgot.
GeneralConcept.
GeneralConcept. Okay.
Shout out to How Much Money.
Damn it. All right, guys, that's all we have for Wave Dash. Thanks again to General Commando.
What's wrong with you?
Damn it. Commando Concept.
I'll go Commando on you.
Okay.
That's...
Oh?
All right, guys, that's all. Fuck me. Damn it. But thanks again to our special guest, Special Commando. God damn, you gotta do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to do it? I'll say my own thing.
I'll say my own name.
Kind of scrub shit is that.